One question I have for you is if you purposely write most, maybe all of your music as being very gender neutral.
It just organically, because I'm that way. And that was really important for me on Midnight Sky, was to be able to tell my real story of like a bisexual love story. And I think it's at this time, I'm so fortunate to be able to be so outspoken in those relationships that I have. And so, yeah, so it's not really purposeful for anyone else. It's just the truth. So it's what ends up being organic.
Yeah. Let's get into the next song on the album. What is this one?
This is Give Me What I Want. This is like if 9 Inch Nails and Britney Spears had a baby. That was my inspiration.
9 Inch Nails and Britney Spears inspired. That is incredible.
Somehow that I think perfectly sums up who I am in some way, because I think, that's what I kind of meant by this record is almost like, I kind of been calling it like a cocktail of chaos. It's like this concoction of every bit of influence that I've kind of, I guess I've been some sort of, web, like a spider's web that's just been kind of attracting all these different sounds and sonics and influences, and not being afraid that none of them make sense, together. Because when you do it there, if it's authentic and it's true to you, then everything works. I think that's why I dress very unique, is because I have a theory that if everything is cute, it works together. Like I don't do like we're brown and black and stripes and whatever. You can't do that. That's why I just wear it. Like if that is cute, that is cute, that is cute, that is cute together, it is cute. So I believe in looking at everything for what it is individually, and then all of it, if it makes sense individually, put it together. So that's the same thing that I did for my record. I think that like my personal style and taste is to use that method in every way, whether that's making music, what I'm going to wear. Even my friends are like, so when you have all my friends in one room, it only makes sense because I'm that thread that's like stringing us all together.
A bunch of misfits.
Like some raver bead bracelet, it's like anything on my friendship circle looks like a raver bead bracelet, which makes sense.
Yeah, I love it. You have a lot of legendary collaborations, but this one, huge. What is the next song?
So this song is called Night Crawling, and it is featuring my idol, Billy Idol.
How do you make that happen? How do you say, this person I've looked up to my entire life, like they are one of the reasons I make music, please be on my album? How do you make that happen for yourself?
So me and Billy have known each other, I guess, maybe for the past 7 years. It started with me when I actually bleached my hair and cut my hair all short and spiky. I'm not sure if I'm one of the only, but maybe one of the few chicks that would take a photo of Billy Idol and say, I want to look like that. And that was one of my inspirations of kind of that transformation, and that it was a very pivotal time in my self-discovery and identity, personally and publicly. And he knew that. And so I had done Rebel Yell with him for a tribute, and we've done it together actually at iHeart. And so we've created a relationship over the last, I guess, close to a decade. And now I was going to write this song about how I was only going to date people that looked like Billy Idol in the future, because that was like my dream. And then I realized, why am I not just calling the real thing over, getting him in the studio? Why am I writing a song about Billy Idol? Why am I not writing a song with Billy Idol?
The next song, the original version that you sent out to us did not have the remix, but it got a remix.
Yeah.
And we want to play the song first, and then I got to hear more about that story as well. But
yeah, let's play Edge of Midnight if we have that. That'd be rad.
We were talking about the things that 2020 has affected, and I think one of them is that younger generations are being introduced to these music icons of the past, right? And you are a huge part in introducing people. So again, whose idea was it to bring her on to this song and make kind of a new version of it? Who realized the songs could go together so well?
I actually thought about it when I was doing the VMAs this year, because doing that live and really having that kind of waddy guitar bit was very forefront in my live performance. And I really started hearing it. And Edge of 17 was obviously, this was kind of like a sample of inspiration that we had. We pulled from all different elements of the song. And so I actually reached out to Stevie when I first cut the song, before I knew it was going to be a single and a video, and asked for her permission and for her to kind of pass the torch and bless this song. And then I'm actually looking at a photo of her right now. There's a picture of her and I in my studio, and because she's always just been that inspiration for me. And then once I think that Fleetwood has just had this kind of amazing, they've been like revived, I think, over this last couple of months, with some viral videos online of their songs have really been taking off and being introduced organically to this generation. And so just to see them on fire and then to do this song just made total sense. So we recorded it right there, right behind these balloons. You can see my, that's my mic and my guitar. And that's where I recorded that right there. This is in my studio.
That's incredible. Okay, so the next song, it's called Hate Me. Tell me the story here.
So this one was actually one that before Midnight Sky I had written this song, and I just wanted to put it out. Like I had kind of a visual idea of it, which was kind of inspired by a film that I did when I was really young called Big Fish. But it was kind of inspired by that, at the end of this person's life, who would show up to your funeral? Would the people that were still mad at you, would they show up and still be mad? Or would they have wished that they could have put a Band-Aid on that wound and moved forward and let you know that they were only hurt because of how much they cared? So it's really a song about that mortality and who would show up, and how would they be, how would the people in my life that I know today, how would they be if they showed up at my funeral? So that says, maybe that day you won't hate me if that's what it really takes. And so it was just a day that I was just really in my own head. I really like go ahead. You can say it's my fault if it still hurts at all. It's like, sometimes at the end of the relationships, playing blame is so much easier than just taking accountability for your part. I thought one of these days you might call when you were feeling small. And then it says, I'm drowning in my thoughts, staring at the clock, knowing that I'm not on your mind. And I wonder what would happen if I died. And it's just this idea of, it was kind of written almost as like poetry. There's something very like simple and kind of childish and innocent about it, but there's also a heaviness, a sadness, and like a weight to it. Again, that's kind of that contradiction of like, you create this song that's like all these really happy open chords and it kind of sounds celebratory, but there's a sadness to the melodies and to the lyrics also. So it's just, that's life, it's like, have you ever felt so much sadness and so much happiness at the same time that you're like, I don't even know how I feel, like I'm just split right down the middle? That song is just totally split down the middle.
But I do want to get into the 10th song, another iconic, legendary collaboration. What is this one?
So this song, Bad Karma, is a day that I felt tough and sure, which is not every day. And also unapologetic and shameless, which is also not every day. Something like Angel is saying, it's not your fault, it's my fault, So all these songs, they're all real, they're all me, they're all true. But every day, just like you guys, I'm different. What's happening is different. It's shifting. And so this is a day that I felt, very, I guess, okay with all of my choices that some days I'm less okay with. But this was a day I was feeling like, nothing is ever going to catch up to me. And I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, without any repercussion, which is not always true, but it felt good to say and to believe for these 3 minutes.
I hear that double life reference in there too, throwing it back a little bit.
And Joan Jett, and this song, is really, it's kind of like my 2020 version of Bad Reputation. And again, to have her authenticate it, validate it, just like, Night Crawling is kind of like my White Wedding. Midnight Sky is my Edge of 17. Actually, when I wrote Prisoner, I originally was planning on just giving it to Dua maybe for her record, and actually thinking, oh, I just wrote this song, like it doesn't fit, it doesn't feel like me, it feels like a Dua Lipa song. And then to have her come and validate that, you know, that's what I wanted, is everything I want. I want to feel authentic. And I think by having these artists that I'm kind of doing their thing come in and say, we appreciate it, we believe in it, we see you, and pass that torch. It's like, you know, the blue check beside each song. So I feel really lucky to have worked with these artists and collaborate. And Joan is just the most wicked, and her voice is just so iconic. The minute she starts singing, you know exactly who it is, and she knows exactly who she is. And that's always just been, you know, she's been such a map for me.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.